It's like walking through a black curtain.
It's like being thrown out of the spaceship into pitch black dark.
I'm on my knees in this circle of people and they're all dressed in grey.
And there's fire.
Everything's on fire.
The world's on fire, but where you are, everything is cold and frozen.
It's in a very, very, very deep pit. It's dark and disgusting inside. The sides are sort of greasy, so I can't climb back out of it.
Have you ever been to one of those glass mazes? You go in at one end and you try to come out at the other end, but it's really difficult because it's all those glass doors and they can move them, they can shift them.
And what I still experience, fog. A lot of fog.
I'm down the bottom of there and there, stood at the top, up in the sunshine.
Your brain changes.
Your body remembers.
I wrestle between being clean and being dirty.
It started as a teddy bear, arms and legs torn to shreds, stuffing kicked out of it.
And how to get clean without dipping my hands in dirt.
It's just the hand that points, but it's the whole of her that gets destroyed.
Now I'm more of an action man. I'm kind of not broken, I'm fixed and ready to play, but I'm kind of restricted in what I can do, what I can't do. Whereas the guy that's jumping out of planes, skydiving, is free.
I had multiple diagnoses from different doctors because they couldn't work out what the problem was.
I was screened for a variety of conditions. Autism spectrum, ADHD, which came as a surprise to me.
I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything.
The physical cost, so not only bodily, but also money, because of all the prescriptions that you kind of have to keep taking for meds for painkillers.
You kind of want to feel on the outside how unbearable it feels in the inside.
I'm in there somewhere, but I'm covered up by all this thinking I'm to blame.
Well, why wasn't I sorting it out when I was 8?
Well, of course you weren't.
Intellectually, I can argue that, but emotionally, I can't.
But I wasn't 8.
I seem to want to blame myself, and I'm not quite sure why.
There had been a lot of occasions where I'd had an experience where my inner voice was telling me to run, and I didn't do that.
I just didn't feel like I had a right to occupy a place in people's lives under those circumstances.
Hurt people. And I was a hurt person and I hurt people.
I destroyed relationships. I became unreliable. I became a bad employee.
I have been judged, juried and executioned by my own.
My life is not my own.
I have caused a great deal of distress for people that love me.
It's not just about this life, it's about all your future lives.
Desperately needing to feel heard about it, even by myself.
How loud do you have to yell, you know?
How loud does your voice have to be?
I got tonsillitis when I started.
I did actually get sick.
I'd never shown emotion.
My dentist explained to me that my tooth basically committed suicide or something.
I get terrible road rage. Yeah. Some of the memories I have to be careful not to fill in the gaps.
I just didn't know who I was.
People would merge into each other.
I just didn't know whether I was the result of having been abused spiritually, mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally.
Not quite there and not quite.
Unravelling all the tangle of who I am, my identity, the abuse had got completely tangled up in all my identity.
You know, am I the result of that?
And I didn't know who I was anymore, didn't know what anything was anymore.
Am I the result of that?
I don't belong to the world of the dead. I don't belong to the world of the living.
You just have to get on with life, don't you?
I can only go till Monday. It's as if as I look further ahead, I'm tempting fate that something bad will happen.
I'm good at being rude about faith. That's about it, really. Sometimes people think I've cracked it. I don't think you get to crack it.
The damage to the heart is irreplaceable.
The inside of my mind is like a battlefield that has been fought on and is now deserted. There is nothing to be dead.
But there's still fire?
Yes. There's still fire.
In the darkness.
Beyond the fog.
Eventually I'll come back out of it. But I don't know how long it will be. And I know I just have to sit with it while it's still there. It could be a day or two, or it could be 6 months. And I'm just in darkness that whole time, and there's no hope, there's no joy, there's no motivation to do anything.
But I know even at the lowest point, I will come out of it eventually.
The good thing about recurring nightmares is you sort of just shrug, don't you? It's the new ones that are really difficult. Recurring nightmares, you just have to.
You just have to, you just...
Recurring nightmares.
Recurring nightmares.
You just have to
live through it.